vampires, the ginger gene is a curse. In conclusion, I will leave you with this. If you think that the ginger problem is not a serious one, think again.
Yow, damn it. What's happening, everybody? That's right, it's me, it's Potty Mike. Yow! What's happening? I already said that. You see, this is what happens when you don't do commentaries for a long time. You forget how to do them, and then you start repeating yourself, you know? So, yows, what's happening? Oh, no, wait, I've already done that twice. Yeah, background is some World at War. Me and Rock, tearing it up in a little bit of TDM. Fucking love this game, still love this game. 4 years old, still love it. It's just a shame that you can't get into, you know, like, games. You can get into TDM, and that's it. You can't play Domination, you can't play Capture the Flag, you can't play Search and Destroy, you can't fucking do anything except TDM. And you can't play TDM without getting infested with fucking hackers. But, you know, we were lucky enough that this was one of the games that I still have on my hard drive from a couple of weeks back, where there were no hackers. And there was a couple of campers in this, but not too bad, you know. People generally tried to go gun on gun. And they couldn't. They just could not stand up, would not stand up, and could not stand up to Rock and me. The Rock and Mike connection. Oh yeah. Although, you see, I watched through this a minute ago, just to see what it was kind of like and what the scoring that was, and it's a fucking fantastic score for me to get, you know. But there's parts of it where I'm thinking, why am I standing still? Like here, why am I not just running in there and dying like a fucking lunatic like I usually do? And then I realized maybe that's why I have a good score in this game, because I thought about what I was doing more than just plowing right on in there, you know. But that's not really what I want to talk about. You guys just enjoy that, and if not, go fuck yourselves. Because why else would you be here? I mean, you're not here to watch the gameplays, because my gameplays aren't great. Let's be honest, they're generally very, very average. So the only reason you're here is to hear me ramble. If you don't want to hear me ramble, then fuck off. You shouldn't be here. You know? Simple as that, okay? Goodbye. Love ya. How can we get sniped in the fucking bunghole? God damn it. But yeah, I want to give you guys a bit of an update on some stuff, and talk about something that I've been thinking about quite a bit recently, okay? Last Saturday, my cousin, he's the same age as I am. He's 2 months younger than me, almost exactly. My birthday is April 15th, his is June 11th. And he got married on Saturday, which was fantastic. I mean, this dude, he was born without a diaphragm. Just let that sink in for a second. He was born without a diaphragm. His heart, his lungs, his kidneys, his stomach, his liver, everything was down when he was born. Was just hanging down. You know, they were down around his fucking, what do you call that thing? You know that thing in place in the person? Yeah, the pelvis. They were down around his pelvis, and doctors, I think he's one of the first 2 people in the world to survive the operation. But they built him a plastic diaphragm, and you know, he lived. He gets chest pains because the plastic diaphragm obviously didn't grow because it's plastic. So things are a little bit compressed. You know, they had to move stuff up, and things are still a little bit too high up in his chest cavity, like his heart and his lungs. His heart's not in the right place still, because, you know, they couldn't really shift it in there. But, you know, we were at his wedding, and as you guys all know, my dad has cancer and he's dying. And, you know, Saturday was very bittersweet for me. It was fantastic to see my cousin getting married, because I'm very fond of him. He's a good lad. But at the same time, I was pissed because my father made it to his wedding but won't make it to mine, you know. Now it's unfair of me to talk like that and to think like that, but you know, you can't help these things. Daddy loved it. He had a great time at the wedding. He was treated like a fucking folk hero. In fact, at one stage I said to him, he wanted to go home. He was tired and he wanted to go home, not feeling just 100%, you know, not feeling ill, but just, you know, time to go. He's a 70-year-old man, you gotta realize. But I said to him, listen, look, do you know what I want you to do? I want you to get up there, take my way up and dance. Now this was just after my cousin had started his first dance with his new wife. And I said to him, as I say, yo, just go up and have a dance. I'll get a few photos. I'll be able to send them to Connie, that's my sister. You know, and it'll be something that we'll have. And so he did. And you know what? There was more people got up out of their seats to go and take photos of him and my mother dancing than there was of Vinny and Martina dancing their first dance. Now that tells you something about my father and how he is thought of, and the esteem with which he's held in this community and in this area and stuff, you know. Which was fantastic for me to see, you know, that people, you know, nearly love him as much as I do. But, you know, it's I'll be honest. I mean, I came home from the wedding. We got home, I don't know, maybe 10:30. It was actually exactly 10:30, which isn't very late from a wedding. But like I said, 70. You know, Mummy's 66, and I'm a very, very old 28. So, you know, we got home and came upstairs. And me and Virginia stuck on Dexter. We've started watching Dexter recently. So we stuck on Dexter and we were watching it, and do you know what? I ended up having to turn it off, and I cried solidly. And you know, it's not an easy thing for a guy my age to say, or for any guy to say, but I did. I cried solidly for about 90 minutes, about an hour and a half, because it twigged with me, you know, that that Saturday was the last event that he will likely ever be at. I mean, I have another cousin getting married. Daddy's nephew is getting married in August, but chances are, you know, he's not gonna make that. And it was tragic, really. You know, it broke my heart a bit, but at the same time, I'm glad that there was such a good day had, you know, and such palpable love in the room. You know what I mean? But anyway, folks, this is wrapped up, and I will talk to you again later in the week about something else, slightly more cheery. Peace, love, and puppies, folks.
If you smell what the Mac is cooking.